Okay, so hey you guys. Just checking in from my kitchen. First thing this morning. Had a couple things that I wanted to go over to make sure everybody gets started on the right foot, okay? So you will have seen over the weekend, I posted a couple of posts detailing how we do our meal prep here at home. We've gone through a couple of versions of what works for us and what doesn't. So we used to plan like every single meal out and have them all ready to go and in the fridge. Now we kind of do more of a buffet style prep. And so I've kind of detailed what that looks like in those few posts that came through on Saturday. There's also a post on clean eating, so check that one out as well if you're unsure about where kind of the perspective is around whole food, clean eating, that kind of thing. And yesterday's post, just before bed, was about things to simplify. So I wanted to talk about that on video this morning so that you really could get off on a good foot. So Saturday's post talked about creating healthy food lists with your family, busting through really quick and just jotting down. These are our favorite lunches, breakfast, supper, snacks. Making your meal prep from those lists, and then making a grocery list and going to the grocery store, zipping through as fast as you can, getting only what's on that list. Yesterday we talked about simplifying once you're home with all those groceries. So this first one is big, and Heidi, you mentioned in your comments that you're often the one left at home doing everything by yourself. I've been there, and not because Matt wasn't willing or able to help, but you just get into ruts and routines and you get sitting in the kitchen doing stuff by yourself and you just don't ask. When I asked Matt for a different plan and we started working as a team, I swear to God, it cut down on my work like in half. So that is my number one tip for starting out right. Ask for help. If you've got old enough kids that you can give them some things to do, like as simple as handfuls of carrots in a Ziploc bag to pre-prep your snack packs. Husbands, partners, doing things like cleaning up behind you as you go during meal prep or while you're out getting groceries. Cleaning the kitchen and making sure that the fridge is empty of all last week's stuff that's expired and there's space for this week's stuff. Ask for help. Work as a team. Your family, you're a unit, you're a team. So ask for assistance. It cuts your work in half. For those of you who are living alone, when I was a university student, I used to do canning or meal swaps. So I'd get together with a couple of friends and we'd each prep like a double batch of our favorite thing, and then we would just swap. So we'd have a bunch of different meals, but enough for everyone, and it cuts down on the workload. That's pretty huge, I think. The second thing is don't be too ambitious. So this sounds silly, but really, like, you can eat similar meals through the week. So prep 2 or 3 hot meals and lots of snacks through the week. And that cuts down on the amount of work that you have to do. You swap up those meals all the time, so you're not eating the same things week after week after week, but it makes a huge, huge difference not to say you're gonna prep 7 different meals. There's always enough for leftovers, so use them. And finally, right off the bat, quick snacks and leftovers. So for snacks, I usually pick up like those individual packs of Holy Guacamole. I pick up already pre-cut fruit and vegetables. I just put them in Ziploc bags, stick them in a little glass container in the fridge, and all of our snacks are ready to go for the week. And leftovers, if you're planning those 2, 3, 4 hot meals for the week, there's usually enough that you can have leftovers for lunch. So you're not having to plan all this extra stuff. Use your leftovers, embrace leftovers. I know some of you have said before you don't really love leftovers, but they will save you time and energy. The importance of meal prep for us has been really cutting down on the time it takes the rest of the week. So we kind of got into meal prepping a couple years ago when Matt came down here to Lunenburg but was on contract. He was living out of a single bedroom at a B&B, and he did have access to the kitchen, but there wasn't everything that he needed. And you know how it is when you've got a kitchen full of condiments and other stuff that you use to flavor your meals. He didn't have any of that. So I would pick him up on Fridays. We'd have our weekend together. We'd meal prep on Sundays. We'd have all of our meals ready to go for the week, and he'd take them back with him on Sunday night. So we kind of started out as necessity, and then over that year we realized, like, oh my God, this little bit of work and effort on Sunday saves us hours through the week. There's no more of those questions about what are we having for supper? Oh, I don't know. What do you want? Oh, I don't know. And then you get frustrated and then you order takeout. So you're spending more when you're not planning. Everybody's more frustrated. And you spend like an hour every day cooking instead of an hour or 2.5 hours on Sunday cooking once and then just being ready for the week. So keep in mind that part of being fast through the week is really prepping before the week gets going so that you have everything that you need at your disposal. Through the week, we're going to talk about some of my favorite appliances, some of our fast favorite foods, healthy habits and identity, slow cookers, getting by in a pinch when you forget to plan properly. So there'll be lots of tips coming around how to make things faster, how to be more efficient, and how to keep this stuff going long term. So I hope you guys have a great time with me here this week. Please share your own best tips and tricks, okay? So that's what makes these groups wonderful, is hearing your best practices. So share along the way. I hope you enjoy. I'm so thrilled that you're all here with me. And I look forward to hearing all of your best tips along the way as well. Be sure to check the file section out of this group. There's a couple of meal plans. My kind of go-to meal plan when I don't know what I want to prep for the week. This week's meal prep plan in our house, so fast fall favorites. And there is a little sheet there on the buffet style meal prep as well. So check those out. They're resources, they're tools. Don't forget, if you're stuck on what to prep, check your Team Beachbody account and the Team Beachbody blog. There's a ton of recipes at your disposal. So there should be lots there for you to source, and that should be making all this a little bit easier along the way. So I hope you guys have a great day. I will be checking in again today and a couple of times a day throughout the rest of the week. Thanks, guys. See ya.